And the reason I call it mother hunger, because enmeshment might look and feel like it's nurturing, but it's insidious. It's an insidious form of neglect. It is the opposite of nurture, and it comes from this hunger from the mother. And it's an attachment from the mother and the child that will not stop until usually the child says enough. Welcome to the Secret Life Podcast. Tell me your secret. I'll tell you mine. Sometimes you have to go through the darkness to reach the light. That's what I did. After 12 years of recovery in sex and love addiction, I finally found my soulmate, myself. Please join me in my novel, Secret Life of a Hollywood Sex and Love Addict, a 4-time bestseller on Amazon. It's a brutal, honest, raw, gnarly ride, but hilarious at the same time. Check it out now on Amazon. Welcome to Secret Life Podcast. I'm Brianne Davis-Gantt. Today I'm pulling back the curtains of all kinds of human secrets. We'll hear about what people are hiding from themselves or others. You know those deep, dark secrets you probably want to take to your grave? Or those lighter, funnier secrets that are just plain embarrassing? Join me each week as we deep dive into one subject matter, exploring the how, what, when, where, and why of it all. Get ready for a more focused, more revealing journey of the human experience. This is Secret Life, and I'm excited for you to join the ride. Today, we are talking about, dun dun dun, mother hunger, the enmeshment with your mother. It is hitting my clients left and right, and the reason I call it mother hunger, because enmeshment might look and feel like it's nurturing, but it's insidious. It's an insidious form of neglect. It is the opposite of nurture, and it comes from this hunger from the mother. And it's an attachment from the mother and the child that will not stop until usually the child says enough. It will go on until the mother fucking dies. And sometimes even when the mom is in the ground and dead, it will still be attached. So the umbilical cord has to be cut because the mother is still feeding the child, and it's supposed to be cut a long time ago. So this mother hunger, this enmeshment is affecting a lot of people on this planet. The child and the mom, even in adulthood, will not let go. And it really affects relationships. It really affects an adult becoming an adult. And then it affects the mother from moving into the next stage of her life. So this mother hunger is a bitch, and she needs to die. The mother hunger part needs to die, and I'm dealing with it today especially, and I wanted to record this ASAP, literally 4 clients. I was like, I texted Mark and I was like, I have to do an episode about mother enmeshment. This is driving me crazy with sons and daughters, and it's just like, I literally said to one client today, you're still on your mother's teat. Like at 26, this shouldn't be like this. You are literally on your mom's umbilical cord. You have texted your mother every day or called your mother every day. At 26-year-old, should be calling mommy every day. You work in the mental health field. Should you be calling your mother every day or every other day? If your clients knew, because you're saving their lives and helping them, if your clients knew that you needed to call mommy every day for emotional support, do you think they would think that's normal? And you should have seen her face. She was like, And I said, yeah, you're still on your mom's tit and teat and like umbilical cord. And I literally was like, I'm going to throw up. Like, this is why you're not emotionally sober. This is why you haven't moved to the next stage and why all this turmoil is happening internally and outside of you. So here's the first thing. if you find yourself in adulthood over the age of 23, let's say, 23, if a 21-year-old, 22-year-old is talking to mom a lot, trying to get her life together or his life together, I'll let that go. But if you are over the age of 23, and listen, I know at 25, that's when your brain stops developing. So I get at 25, that's when you're actually in adulthood. But I still think at 23, you shouldn't be texting your mom that much. Like, let's not. So after 23, if you're still texting your mom every day or every other day or every 3 days, like, let's stop. Let's ask ourselves, what am I getting here? Where am I not progressing? Why am I turning to mommy to fix my problems instead of sitting with myself and going, can I fix these problems myself? Can I actually allow myself to evolve and grow without turning to mom to fix these problems? Because what I am doing is not evolving and growing into an adult. And also what I'm doing is keeping my mom in this mom box where I'm not allowing her to grow into this next stage of life. And it's actually keeping us both stunted. And the longer we're in this, the worse our life gets. So, girls, let's see how this enmeshment hurt. Let's go to girls first, and then we'll go to sons, because I'm dealing with a lot of females right now. I do deal with men, but let's do the girls first. Girls are at a bigger risk of meshing with their moms. All right, and it's mostly single moms, but I see all moms. Enmeshment means no fucking boundaries. There's no boundaries between a child and a parent, such as if a parent is having feelings, the parent turns to the child to tell all the feelings and what's on their mind and where they are. And then the child feels obligated to fill those emotional needs. And then the child then shares her feelings when she probably shouldn't, because it's this enmeshment happens. Now, listen, if the child was just sharing her feelings and then the mom was just holding it there and letting the child have her feelings, that's not enmeshment. That's just mom holding a safe space for the child, because then the child still has independence and growth and can still be its own person. But the problem is mom, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see what my hands are doing. Mom is then enmeshing and bringing her feelings and emotions and putting them on the child. So that makes the enmeshment. And then we're locked into this unhealthy dynamic where you can't get out. So then the child feels stuck and obligated, kind of like a romantic relationship, feeling the emotional needs for this parent that should not be put on the child. So then the child craves independence. And look, my hands, I can't move my hands. I'm stuck. The child is stuck and then feels guilty when they want to leave. So it's this overwhelming guilt that comes. And the daughter especially feels this need to be, mom's best friend. Like, you're not your mom's best friend. Mom should have her own best friend that is her age. And when the daughter does this, she's not available for her best friend. So she's always turning to mom to be my best friend. I don't know how many times I have heard, mom is my best friend. And everybody's like, oh, that's so sweet. I actually go, yeah, that's not good. That's not good. You should have friends that are your best friend. You can turn to mom and mom's healthy and you can run things by her every now and then, but you should have your friends that are your age that are your friends. And you can turn to mom for support, but you shouldn't be best friends, because best friends are two equal people coming together and having a balanced relationship. That's not how mothers and daughters are supposed to be. Okay. They become emotionally unavailable. Daughters become emotionally unavailable for other relationship and friendships, because most of that emotional is going towards the mom. I have to be there for mom. Mom's number one. All those things. There's all this feelings of it's mom's feelings are most important, the guilt, and then resentment builds. So there's this weird dynamic sometimes that happens between moms and daughters, where daughters get very resentful, or moms get very resentful, or there's not enough. I haven't heard from you in a couple of days. Why aren't you available? I texted you and you didn't text back. So it's like this jealousy can happen, and then resentment happens, and then the fighting happens. So then you seek your abandonment pain and then abandonment latching onto. So the daughter then feels abandoned because the mother then feels manipulative. You're not there for me. And then the daughter like latches back onto the mom because then she's feeling abandoned. Also happens that daughter then normally reaches outside of herself for a toxic other partner because she gets her emotional needs fixed by this mother. So she doesn't look for a healthy emotional partner. And then she feels completely overly responsible for mom's well-being. And if she can't fix mom's well-being, she's literally drowning in guilt. Guilt. And it makes this mother wound, which then affects every relationship, and she attaches really bad to every relationship in her life. And that's how it goes. Let's look at the mother and the son. This one is fun too. The mother goes to the son and relies completely for the primary emotional support. So she almost makes the son like her husband. It's like a new husband. Here, I gave birth to you and now you're my new husband. So I get to mold and make you how I want you. So usually the mom neglects her husband or whoever her partner was, and the son becomes the new surrogate partner. You can also look at that as emotional incest, but the mom turns to the son for complete emotional support. Then the mother becomes overly involved with the son's identity and development. No, you should do it like this. No, you should do it like this. No, this and this and this and this and this and this. And always suggesting, suggest, so much, all the time, sending emails, articles, all these suggestions, even in adulthood. And then making suggestions about their relationships. You shouldn't have been with that person, this person. You should have been that. Your ex was so lovely. I mean, the mother will literally make a comment about every aspect of the son's life, more than the daughter's. Every aspect of it. She almost feels like he's her property. Then the mother uses guilt more on the son than the daughter. The mother will manipulate and control the son's decisions and discourage independence more than the daughter's, because the son feels more like a property because the difference of sexuality is involved. Even if she's not like sexually any of that grossness, but there's something about it where she feels his independence is more a threat to her. And the mother's happiness totally depends on the sole decisions of her son. So if her son doesn't make the decisions that she wants, that she thinks is best for him, because she sees him as her property, she will not be a happy camper at all. And this will make the son literally shrink into himself, usually, and become an isolator and avoidant. And it will affect every other relationship. And the mom's behavior becomes almost unbearable to stand. And this son will either decide to give up on himself and go closer to the mom, or completely abandon mom and I go into avoidance and usually not have great relationships. So emotional enmeshment with a parent, especially the mom, is so traumatizing and it will affect every aspect of a child's life in adulthood. And I think people underestimate the difference between closeness and enmeshment. And I really want to hit this because it annoys the bejesus out of me when I go to battle, especially when I start talking to parents, because I work with like a client and then I usually work with like the whole family too. So I work with one client and then it stems off into family members. So the difference between closeness and enmeshment. This is not closeness. This is enmeshment. When families spend no time apart, when they go on family vacations and things like that all the time, and they do the weekends together and and things are together all the time. That's enmeshment. Entanglement in other people's emotions and thoughts with their own. Like there's no separation. So they'll take someone else's emotion and thoughts of their own and put them together. So like my sister, my mom, and they'll put them together. Do you see what I'm saying? Like that's enmeshment. Enmeshment of mom's beliefs and my beliefs and against your beliefs. And that's enmeshment. Sharing everything because it's expected. I have to share what's going on with my life because it's with my mom. Like I have to share it. So everything, like one of my clients, she has to share everything with her mom. And I'm like, no, you don't. You don't have to. You have no requirement. You did not give birth to her. You don't have to share. You have your own autonomy. You are 27 years old. You do not share everything with mama. Mama is not there. You are not, that is not your partner for life. What are you talking about? So feeling you have to share everything with mom, that's enmeshment. Seeing any differences you have as a threat. Like mom will see your difference of opinion, like if you have changed your political views or you want to move or you want to change careers and they disagree with you, they'll see it as a threat. You have to agree with everything. Some families, if you don't agree with everything, sees that as a threat. That's enmeshment. Believing that it's your job to fix everything. So a lot of enmeshed adult children feel like they have to fix everything. That's enmeshment. You are from an enmeshed family. Most likely your mom. Maintaining all the same thoughts and values of that parent. They want you to believe everything they believe. Never did. This one's the worst, especially with one of my clients. She can never make a decision without running it by her mom. And she is a full-blown adult with a job, apartment, everything. She has to run it by mom. It's like, just make a decision on your own. Just make one decision on your own. That even saying no is not acceptable. Like another client today, she had to say no with a trip with her mom and she's 26 years old and then she couldn't sit with the uncomfortability of a trip, not going on this trip with her mom, that she then invited her on another trip that she was supposed to do solo. That was this huge, amazing trip for just herself and this certification she's doing. And then she invited her mom. It was like, what? And lastly, supporting unhealthy habits that keep people dependent. So a lot of enmeshed moms will buy their kid a lot of candy because they want to keep their kid addicted to sugar. So they feel like, oh, you shouldn't be eating that, even though they bought them the candy and sent them on Halloween or something. They support unhealthy habits. They will buy them a bunch of clothes and then say, you shop too much, or provide them with a credit card and then say, you don't know how to live on a budget. And I'm like, stop giving them your credit card then. You're not teaching them proper skills, mom. So you see what I'm saying? And then they bail them out of credit card debt. And I'm like, stop bailing them out. Let them do it themselves. So these behaviors are from enmeshed moms that want to keep rescuing the adult child. So if any of these ring true with your parent, you need to look at, oh, wow, is my parent trying to keep me enmeshed? So how do these affect my relationships? Let's look at that. You feel guilty when you start dating somebody, or you're in a relationship, or it turns serious, and you feel guilty, and you have a fear of telling the parent about it, or even telling them details about it, or how the dating was, or getting their opinion, or any of those. Your partner has expression that they don't feel prioritized or uncomfortable due to your lack of boundaries with your parent. So the person you're dating is like, hey, you talk to your mom a lot, or you tell your mom a lot about us, or it feels like you have no boundaries with them. They feel uncomfortable even expressing that to you, and you get really angry. You frequently feel ambivalent and struggle with commitment, and you learn to feel over accommodating to others, and you even then pull away. So you over accommodate for others and then you pull away. You become an avoidant. You struggle with commitment, all those things. So deep down, you're usually a dismissive avoidant or a fearful avoidant. So you get in relationships and then you feel yourself slowly pull away. Then you feel pressure pleasing the parent, even though you're in a relationship and you like the relationship, but then you also feel and you think your parent doesn't approve of the person you're with, or they're not good enough. And your parent always says, well, I just don't think you could do better and all this stuff. So it's almost like they make comments that your partner isn't good enough, or there's some kind of weird competition, or they make like, you're pulling away, or you're not enmesh parent, and that really affects your relationship and will keep getting worse. So how do you heal this mother wound? Because this is a mother wound. This is attachment. This is enmeshment that then turned into bad attachment where you're probably an avoidant or a codependent people pleaser, one or the other. So how do you heal this mother wound? Let's see. Okay. There is ways you can do this. You can do some nervous system work. So first you do body work, right? You can sway side to side and do and do nervous system body work, go to Reiki, get into your body, go to the rage room, get out that you had no voice, do acupuncture bed, red light, get in touch, connect to yourself. Get into bed, tuck up like a fetus, try to do some inner child work, like back where you're the fetus, where you can reconnect to your inner child. These are some core things you can do at home. Give yourself a compassionate hug. That's a cheesy one that actually works sometimes when you feel like you're not getting the love from your mom anymore because you had to cut the umbilical cord and say goodbye, or because you should do a breakup letter. Breakup letter to your mom. I am saying goodbye. I am no longer reaching out to you. I don't need a mommy anymore. I am an adult. I can make decisions for myself. So write a breakup letter. You don't have to send it to her. Just do it for you. Read it to somebody. Read it to a therapist, a specialist, a trauma specialist, someone that can help you work and process through it. Feel those emotions. Then take it to a rage room. That's what I have my people do. Really feel it. Then burn it. You can say, Mom, I need some time apart. Moms don't like to hear that, so maybe just ghost her a little, like take some breaks. Give yourself a hug when it's hard. Say, I'm parenting you now. Repeat to yourself, I'm enough. I don't need to go to a childlike state to be with my mom. Do some writing with your non-dominant hand to get to your childhood self. Do some IFS work, internal family parts, where you get to your childhood self, where you can reattach. Host a party for yourself. Invite only people that celebrate you, so you can have a party just for yourself, connected to the people that really love you. Reach out to other people that have a hard time with their moms, so you have like a community. Do something that like you love, that brings you joy, that brought you joy as a child. I love anything that attaches to the child in me. Like I love dance class, walking my dog, playing out in the woods, things like that you used to do as a child. People like to go back to sports, write a love letter to yourself, play with your inner child. Like I said, I liked going back and doing puzzles, coloring books. I'm just giving you ideas. Rub your hands together, get them warm like this, like rub, and then put them on your face to like reconnect and hold your face like a mother would do. These are things you can do, and write down your needs and start giving those to yourself one by one. Like if you need your needs, like I need to say loving words. I need to show up for myself better, and see how you do that. And then another thing a mother used to do is gently brush your hair. So every time you brush your hair, act like you are remothering yourself when you brush your hair. So those are some healing things you can do for the mother wound when you let go of this enmeshed mother that you have been holding on to. So we need to cut that umbilical cord. We need to let go of this mother hunger lady you've been holding on to, and we need to connect to ourselves and become a full adult human being. This is hard fucking work. I'm not going to lie. It's hard, but it's the only way. If you truly want to attach and connect to yourself and no one else, because she did not going to die with you, and she is going to be gone, and you need to fully be with you to be with other people on this planet. You got to do it, because the mother hunger is a beast, and she will suck you dry, and it will go on for a long time. So you got to free yourself. It's worth it. I promise. She can survive. Plus, she gets to become a whole person herself. She needs to let go of the mother role and heal herself so she can be a full woman and find this new life that she needs to find. So you need to also think about that. That's her journey she needs to go on. Thank you. This was a hard one. It was a hard one for me. It's a hard one for me to record because it brings up like things even within the past that I've had to go through to heal wounds. So I hope you got something from it. I hope you do this work. It's really important. It's really freeing. Thank you for listening to Secret Life Podcast. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Send me what you want me to talk about. Send them to secretlifepodcast@icloud.com. Until next time. Thanks again for listening to the show. Please subscribe, rate, share, or send me a note at secretlifepodcast.com. And if you'd like to check out my book, head over to secretlifenovel.com or Amazon to pick up a copy for yourself or someone you love. Thanks again. See you soon.